Hello, Leos. Welcome to your mid November 2016 tarot reading. So, this is going to run from November 15th to the end of the month, November 30th. One of the first things that I am feeling here is that there's a little bit of complications, a little bit of communication errors, redoing projects and things like that. This is coming through in your work sector. What I feel is like there's somebody who's, especially if you're working in a more collaborative setting, I feel like somebody is like stealing the show, but I feel that they're all talk and there's very little like following through, little actions that are implemented from their end. So I feel like you're dealing with somebody that might have they might talk very big, but they don't really follow through. So that's going to be a little bit of an annoyance on your work sector. What is also coming through is that a lot of you are financially linked to another person and you're trying to, divide up assets. So I feel that, divorce proceedings for some of you, separation, divorce proceedings, as well as picking up the pieces of your straightening out your financial situation in order to cooperate with another person. But I feel like there's a three people situation going on when it comes to finances. So it could be, you're involved with an ex and you're trying to have start a new relationship, or possibly remarrying. So I feel that three people, one from the past, one from the present, and you're trying to find a way to manage the whole thing, or trying to find a way to balance out these opposing needs and wants of the past partner as well as the current partner. And I feel that overall you are trying to establish things with a new person. You are trying to either stabilize the household, provide, have some sort of stability in a blended family type of situation where you're still dealing with an ex and you're still, trying to appease the new person. This situation, they're saying it's going to get straightened out by next month's time. So I feel like towards the end of December, which is, also the time for the holiday season. So I feel that some resolution is going to be reached and you're going to be quite happy, okay? What I'm also feeling is for a lot of you, you are in a work situation. And I feel that, you love your job. You love that what you do. You believe in the values of your work. You believe that it is valuable work that you're putting in. And I do sense that, considering all the work that you're doing, a lot of you might be feeling as if you are underpaid. However, you really love the job, so you're contemplating, should I look for something else? Or should I stay? Because I feel that, not a lot of people really enjoy their work. So you feel very fortunate that you really value your work. You love going to work, but I do feel there's a little bit of like, I could be making more money if I were in a different environment. So a lot of you are also feeling this way, but for others who are just feeling a little bit underpaid, I feel that you're flirting with, potentially starting your own business, or even, getting yourself into some type of a self employed gig. Okay, so you're debating whether or not to make this major leap. And I do sense if you're contemplating this, in 2 months' time, you're going to get a clearer resolution. You're going to get like a better idea as to how feasible the self-employment gig is, and how you're going to be able to logistically, cut back on the main job so that you have time to devote to the other side ventures. In terms of the relationships that are coming through, what I do feel here is we have a water sign for some of you. This is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. This is somebody that, it can be their sun, moon, or rising. I do see there is some reconciliation, or, attempts at reconciliation from the other person. I feel that somebody's reaching out to you. And I feel that you've already sailed on past this situation. I feel so you're not kind of bogged down into it. But I do sense that they are promising you a lot, and I do sense for a lot of you, just be very careful about talkers, because I feel that you might be easily taken in by people who promise more than they can deliver, and might be just easily taken in by a smooth talker. So just be careful about that, okay? Gauge people through their actions, not through the words or the things that they promise. Just hold them accountable for their actions. I feel for those of you with children, the household environment for the past few months, I feel has been kind of chaotic. It either is noisy or there isn't, adequate, I'm feeling like adequate furniture, where children can like have a place where they can do homework, where they can sit down and, read a book, for example. So I feel like there is overall a lot of noise or a lot of distractions in your home environment as it pertains to children, especially if you're living with children or are taking care of them in whatever capacity. I feel that their attention is very, it's very short. It's like I'm seeing like attention problems with younger kids, and I do sense that in order for you to fix this, you have to also provide the structure and the stability and the quiet environment for the little ones so that they can adequately concentrate. So that means designating like a special room in the house for study and have a no noise zone so that they can really sit down and focus. And I feel they're saying like furniture, like having a reading desk, having a writing desk, having an activities desk, and leave all these areas separate so that the children can, hop between these stations so that when they're there, they know what they're supposed to do. And especially for those of you with more than 2 kids, I feel that's going to be really pertinent for you to do. Have a workstation, have a PlayStation, not like the game console, but, have an area designated to work, have an area designated to play, and keep these two areas separate so that when kids go to a specific area, they know what they're supposed to do. Okay, so I see you organizing, I see you like cleaning up, organizing, and putting things in their proper places in the proper order. And a lot of you are very good at doing this, and I do sense that it's going to be very good for you to do this if you haven't already in your home environment, also in your work environment. So declutter, organize, and clean things up so that you're not getting distracted easily by all the things that are lying around you when you're trying to get work done. Okay. The last thing that I feel coming through here is I feel like somebody's coming in and you're thinking like the nerve of them. And I feel like they're, if you have been in dispute with somebody and they're coming in with kind of like they're saying a half-hearted apology. So it's like they might apologize, in a way where it really aggravates you. They might say like, oh, I'm sorry that you feel upset, rather than, apologizing for their actions, for their wrongdoing, and for their transgressions. They might say like, oh, I'm sorry that you're upset. So I feel like this is going to be something where I feel, they're doing it on purpose, or at least they're doing it in a way where it's a half-hearted attempt at an apology. And I feel like you're not really having that, and you're going to give them a piece of your mind. They're saying if this is somebody that you've been dealing with extensively, especially exes and things like that, coming back in from the past, it's going to lead to a situation where you end up empty-handed. So don't devote any more time to this, okay? I feel for a lot of you, it might be an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. It's somebody that I feel like they know how to, distort a situation to in their favor. And I feel that if this is somebody, that you've been dealing with like this, and their behavior just hasn't really changed, you're going to need to, conserve your energy and not expend any more time in this direction, okay? So I do sense overall, family meetings and things like that. And so that's, the Thanksgiving holidays for those in the U.S. who are celebrating. It's going to be a very, very busy time for a lot of you. You are encountering a lot of energies that are very different from you. I do see water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And I do sense like these are the people that might bring a little bit more conflict and things like that in your environment, okay? So just keep an eye out for that and try to avert crises and try to ignore people if you can. I feel that it would be in your best interest, because I feel that, you're heading towards like a cyclical pattern here with a relationship. So, try to get out of it once and for all, okay? I do wish you all a wonderful holiday season, and I'll be back in December. Take care of yourself, Leos. Bye-bye.